Joe is a weakling with no sense of self-control and does activities of instant gratification. Joe therefore has habits that have destroyed him completely. He is a lazy, out-of-shape weakling who doesn't have any sense of goal or achievements. Then there is Michael, who feels sad for these Joes who are pleasuring themselves and aren't working towards making their future better than today. He doesn't indulge in these wasteful activities and actually keeps his physical and mental health in check and works towards his goals with ultimate discipline as he keeps himself busy with good habits. And so let's talk about these bad habits that are keeping most of the men chained and weak, so you can refrain from them and become a better version of yourself. Number 1, and this is the most widespread sort of disease that everyone is affected by. We are talking about social media here. Social media is a disease that has affected nearly all of the population. Social media platforms are major tools for keeping the people chained and latched to their phones. The moment you think you aren't using your phone, you will still be thinking about it. You will always have this urge to take out your phone and start scrolling social media whenever you are in public, waiting for a bus, waiting in a line, sitting at a restaurant, and wherever you may be. You will be detached from your surroundings. These social media companies literally make every feature of their platforms, so the users will be addicted to it and use it without a control. What do you think can you gain from them, except for the time waste then? Now the worst part about social media is that it has literally become a softer version of unsavory content. Number 2 is the unsavory, degenerate, and explicit content that is widely available on the internet. All you'd have to do is literally go on the web and search for it, and you can access it without any restrictions. You need to understand that your mind hasn't evolved to adapt with these rapid technological advancements. Smartphones and the internet have only been here for a decade. Your mind hasn't evolved to adapt with them yet, and so it cannot differentiate between the real and the superficial stuff. If you go and search about the effects this content has on your brain, you will be baffled by the detriments it carries to your brain. It is way more addictive than cocaine and other drugs. This intimate moment is one of the major drivers to keep you on track and hustling for your goals so you can get to marry a nice woman and start a family. Now what happens when you think that you have achieved it? You will no longer have the drive to work for your goals and ambitions anymore. Number 3, these are video games. Yes, the video games that Joe thinks help him keep his memory sharp and improve his creativity and cognitive skills. Now we as men desire ranks and fights for glory along with brotherhood. We want to climb the ladders of success and show our strength. Now these video games twist it and present to you the fake feelings of brotherhood, ranks, and fights. You go to wars and defeat your enemies, and that gives you a feeling that you have done it in real life. When you level up in video games, it is not the ranks of the games but your ranks being ahead of others. You competing with others for ranks is what you actually desire. And so these video games give you a feeling that you have soar above other men in your area. Number 4 is messed up and inconsistent sleep schedule. You may have heard from many people that you need to sleep 7 to 8 hours to stay healthy and fit. Why do you get it then? You stay up all night gaming and stuff while your brain is being messed up by the lack of sleep and rest. Your body needs adequate rest to function properly. But people like Joe don't seem to care about it much. They will be up all night doing random activities that don't gain them anything while sacrificing their sleep. Okay, so let's say you want to improve your sleeping habit and want to improvise and provide your body with adequate rest that it needs. So let's say you need 8 hours of sleep to keep yourself healthy. Now when would you go to bed if you want to achieve that amount of sleep? Number 5 is a poor diet. People nowadays are only eating processed food. They're eating fast food and all that Western stuff in a large number. They know the consequences of it on their health, but just because it will not affect them at all for now is why they don't seem to care either. You need some discipline to keep away from it. Now if you ask people, they will straight up tell you to stop eating junk food and all that motivational stuff, but they don't tell you anything you can actually practically do to improve your diet. Let me tell you how you can improve your diet when you are having around 4 to 5 unhealthy meals in a day. Number 6, being too sentimental. Now let's face it, people nowadays have become so weak that they feel okay to be emotional all the time. They tell you that it's okay to cry and that it's okay to be expressive and whatnot. Believe me, that's nothing but crap. There's a difference between having emotions and letting them control you. You cannot make wise decisions when you are too busy dealing with your emotions and being lazy and whatnot. See, it's okay to cry when you are feeling down. You can vent out your emotions, just make sure that you aren't staying down crying, because if you keep crying, there's nothing you can do to progress in life. Falling down is bad, but what's bad is when you do not stand back up, when you don't wipe off your tears and become stronger than before. There is this philosophical school of thought which you should really look into to learn about it in more depth. The thing is that the emotions will not go anywhere, but you will become stronger in their face. Emotions will no longer be controlling you, but you will be controlling them. Now the problem aren't these, but your mental health. You need to be working on your mental health by meditation, book reading, and having ambitions. You should meditate so you can observe your emotions and gaining control over them.
That was it for this video. Be sure to hit subscribe and take a look at the other videos on the channel. Like the video too, as it can help the video reach more men looking for a purpose and direction in life.